I like the title of the documentary and how it's a clever sort of play on words, and it connects with her as being a photographer, and a creative, and how we see her work through her lens, and how our lens is therefore affected as the audience. So again, clever play on words. I think it's cool how there's like a chronology of her her works rather, and what has led her to where she is now. I like how her work is incorporated in this documentary. The pictures really speak beyond what she is and who she is, and what she's saying on screen. It really is. It plays like an extended part of who she is, and it's a great way to showcase her work, as well as showcase what she's fighting for and showcase who she is.
See this activism experience taken in an artist's hands. She has been infamously known for taking pictures of homeless women and the bags that they carry on the streets, and it was something that she was obsessed with. Essentially, and her friends, her therapist was like, stop it, and she couldn't resist it. We always feel like we're not doing enough, and we always feel like our voices aren't heard sometimes. And so it's really beautiful to be able to see, kind of a starving artist at her core, and still being able to go far and meet a lot of people and to experience life. That we kind of see in this moment here that we find. I think Joan is a great person to spotlight and share not only her experience, but those around her. You see that all of these people that come from different experiences have this relationship with Joan, and it's just so beautiful to see how far kindness spreads.
Through the photos, she was able to help the subjects in her pictures, because she sees the humanity in them and it enlarges them, creating this ability to empathize with her subjects. And her subjects are women. And so she's been a documentary in this plight of women over the years. I love how the subjects of her photos are introducing her and how we, sort of see the stills of her work. And then it moves into this autobiographical take on her life where she is, narrating her own existence in this interview style, back and forth. Um, and just seeing all the photos and then getting to see the stories behind them, it was powerful. And specifically, with the homeless women that she um, took photos of, and how she was able to be instrumental and through various women's movements, giving this voice to the voiceless. And the discovery of finding out what these women's stories are and why they are here. And I feel like her work is just like a collection of the women's experience.
A picture can contain 1,000 words. And I think A Feminist Lens does a beautiful job of exemplifying that notion. Um, I really loved and appreciated hearing Joan's story and her reasoning behind why she took the pictures she took. Um, just that desire to tell a story for those whose stories are typically stories you would never hear, stories of those who are unfortunately left in the shadows, overlooked. Um, and I find that both beautiful and very strong, uh, especially again, forcing you to have to uh, learn about these stories that a lot of them very tragic. Uh, it really forces you to relook at how you look at the world.
Now, the thing about photography that's so special is you look at that photo and you say somebody was there, and I've always kind of thought that. And at the end of the piece where she says, I want to be there, that kind of just affirmed that, that's the correct way of thinking about it. We think about the subject of the photo, but I also think of the photographer and the effort they spent to get there and to be there. So, this is a lady who has been there, who has put forth the effort, and her imprint is all over the world now. And I'm glad I got to see this, and glad I got to know her, because it was really special. It was very, very inspiring to me. I was there to see the piece, and now I'll be there to be involved in many other wonderful things in the world. And I'll be thinking of this. So, great job on this. She was wonderful and engaging, and all the interviews were done so nicely, and it was shot beautifully, and it was wonderful seeing all the scenery and seeing just of where she was, and seeing all of her photographs. Is really, that's of course the main event, and it was wonderful to see all that.
It's a great watch for anyone who is either passionate about social activism, art, or even photography and storytelling and history. It blends all of these different strands and themes together, and it's really truly fascinating and really rewarding to watch.